Hi, and welcome to DD Live. Gentlemen, we are ready for the playoffs. This show is ready. And hold on, let me show you these threads, man. This league just loves me too much, man. Look at that. Bang! Right there. I need no introduction. You already know who I am. This show is brought to you by the best organization in flag football currently, NAS. Better, I'm not asking for your opinion. But speaking of which, my esteemed colleague, right-hand man and co-host, Jose Perra Guerra, and what some would call his tocayo in Latin circles, Edgar Piqui Guerra. Gentlemen, welcome to the final episode of this regular season. And we're just going to get right into it, right into the thick of things, and we're just going to recap what happened in week 4. And let's go over the talking points. First and foremost, Niners beat Giants 4-1. Going into this week, we thought that the Giants were going to put a formidable push in order to what appears to be a likely playoff picture, and they did nothing but lay flat on their face for Derek and company to run all over them.
Speed kills, especially in this league.
Speed kills, and when you have a good quarterback that's not turning the ball over, it is what it is, you know.
Is
You're gonna be one of those top rushers.
The problem with the Giants because there's a lot of veteran leadership on that team.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think Tommy's turning the ball over like that necessarily, but it's just I don't know. I don't know if they figured out that whole handoff mesh, you know, with Tommy and Chris D, you know, and when Chris D does get the handoff, you know, Lewis is a great player, but is he? I don't know. Is he enough?
Is he that guy?
Yeah, is he that guy that when Chris gets a handoff, he can throw it up? And I'm assuming maybe not. And maybe Tommy's just, you know, being completely ignored when he does give a handoff.
And maybe Tommy's being completely ignored in the huddle. We're not in there, you know. Tommy is a really good quarterback. He's one of those quarterbacks that comes to the organization with his set plays already, you know. So having to mesh Chris D's knowledge with DD and the handoffs has probably,
you know, coach is big on that team. You know, Joel, you know, we know that history that comes along with Joel. So, you know.
Nah, they're fine though. I ref their game. They're good. They're not bad. Tommy just has to play good.
Now, another game that, you know, when you look at the rest of the results of the rest of the week, you would have thought that the Falcons would have handled their business. Scores 3-3, ends in a tie. It was a phenomenal game. I had the pleasure of watching. But the lone mistake that I saw with the Falcons, and it's going to be indicative if they're going to be able to make a playoff push, we have them as big winners for week 5. But if they're going to make some serious noise in the playoffs, 2 INTs inside the 5-yard line in the end zone, which, by the way, Jaime he put that team on his back. He was making first down catches. He was getting clobbered. Michael should have called a pass interference on the last play of the game because Monkey just completely.
Oh, the one in the back of the end zone, right? That we were all standing in the back of the end zone.
Right through his back. Like Jaime
got
was
there a little
like
early
before the ball got there. A little early. Like he got there pregame.
Yeah.
That early.
He got the free breakfast.
The guy who was recording was like, oh my God, pass interference. And then you hear, wow, he's not going to call that?
Wasn't that you?
Yeah, it was me. Incredible.
I'm pretty sure in the back you said like, damn, I think that should have been a pass interference.
Yeah.
100%.
I think that's just the Nas bias, though. I don't know. I'm not
Nas
sure.
bias?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. For sure, Nas bias.
No. I don't know, bro. I don't know if it. Hey, Lazo,
The reverse bias.
put it back, bro, because put it here. Put it here. Put here like I'm getting completely clobbered. Yo, pass interference, dude. Yo, pass interference, dude. Please.
But make sure we hear Angel's, you know, voice.
Yeah, muffle it. So a little bit. Make me look sexy. Next one. Ravens flexed on the Bucks 4-3. So the new look Ravens with Georgie beat the Bucks 4-3. And that's another thing. Tronky's going to give you one of those games. For as great as the season he's been having, and sort of.
Who got ball first that game?
That's a very, very good question, Piki. You're putting me here on the spot. I do not know who got ball that first game.
Because those are two. Because the
That's
Bucks.
That's key to those teams. That's big.
the Bucks know their weakness. They show up with it loud and proud. Like they know that they got to score 4 points and they're gonna get to it before you. So that's their game plan.
Well, on the website, they have Ravens Bucks. So Bucks is the second team. So I would say Bucks were the home team.
Maybe they just got outpunched, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So then the Jets lone win. And I want to say lone because there's 3 games. So that means that the Jets won, the new look Jets with Joan. And we're going to talk about this. Like, let's get into it. Bye-bye MVP for Joan, right? He goes 1-2. His lone win is against Peaky. So the dubbed match of the prolific Joan against the prolific Peaky, and Peaky went to bed. Peaky, I don't know. There's some talk that you fold. That's what Steady said.
I fold, bro. Hey, they played great. They got me. They got my team. We played horrendous, and it was a 3-2 win, and they stopped me on the 1 yard line. So they did what they had to do. Kevin rushed great. It was the perfect storm, and I'm looking really forward to playing them in the future. I hope.
It will have to be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean,
I hope.
the Jets going 1-2 obviously was. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like we say, Joan is Joan, you know. So he is known, or he's a prolific quarterback. He's gonna score. He's gonna put the ball in the end zone. Obviously, that didn't happen, week 4. Even when he beat Peaky, he beat him 3-2. That means the whole game, they won the whole game.
They threw a pick 6.
So there you go, So I don't want to say he completely threw it away, but he definitely took a big step back. He lost that number 2 seed, and that's big. You're not gonna have an MVP that doesn't finish top 2 in either conference. If you're not securing a bye, in my opinion, you're not an MVP. So.
Yeah.
Now
he can still go for the touchdown record.
He still can. The record's holding at 42.
He still has something, to look forward to.
43. Yeah.
We're gonna get into the Jets later on and the MVP talk and the best tiers talk, because that's what this show has in store for everyone. So we're trying to skim through what was week 4, but still trying to make sense of this, because Joan plays Andy. I mean, doesn't play Andy, plays Jerry and plays Alfredo. In the game 1, they lose 4-3 on what I believe was a last-second tiptoe catch in the back of the end zone. Unfortunate for the Jets, but then they come back and then they lose to the Cardinals 4-2.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
How did they lose to the Cardinals 4-2?
I didn't even know Cardinals.
I knew about it, but I didn't watch the game because there were 2. They're on the other and I think field 1, and I was watching other games towards the back of towards the backfields. But yeah, I mean that was shocking to me, and the fact that it was 4-2, like I don't know what the hell the Cardinals did to stop Joan's offense, because the Cardinals, they're obviously a lesser version, but they're not winning unless they score 4 first. They're not getting a stop with that team, consistent. That is, so the fact that they at least stopped them twice, or whatever, like that was.
Well, the Cardinals got ball first in that game, so
I mean, okay, let's say the Cardinals score on every drive. Like, okay, they stopped Joan once. But regardless, again, I didn't see the game, so I can't talk too much of it. But a 4-2,
that's decisive.
Yeah, it's I mean, 4-1 is a blowout, and 4-0 rarely happens here. Multiple players have to be missing from a team for you to lose 4-0 in DD.
And that's sort of the point that I was trying to make. They go 0-2, they lose in a nail biter against Alfredo, then they lose to the Cardinals in Cheeky. Then they face Peaky and beat Peaky, the number 1 seed.
That's
what better than the Ducks.
Parity.
Yeah, that saved him. That saved his MVP campaign.
All right. Next one. Chargers went 2-1. Did you guys have the Chargers going 2-1?
A good little team.
It's a good team, right?
Yes and no. I mean, I knew they were obviously better. That's been Eddie's best move throughout his DD career. Trading away, Enzo, a borderline tier 2, 3 player, and Big Bird for Face went tier 3, and G, who fell to the bottom of tier 5 because he was missing a week, but we all know G is a problem, especially at tier 5. So, that was a big trade, Obviously, like not a lot of people are gonna disagree. Obviously, we know one person is gonna disagree. Ian is an upgrade from Pablo. not only player wise, but also fit wise. Like Eddie doesn't need Manny C and Pablito. Like you need some size in that defense. You need someone else to be able to call the defense. Pablito and Manny C aren't going to do that for you. Now he has Ian. I think that's a better fit, primarily, if anything, over Pablito.
How
So,
did he do last week with his new weapons?
I mean,
Well,
bro,
they went 2-1. They went 2-1.
Who'd they lose to?
Chargers lost to.
They lost to the Lions.
They lost to the Lions 4-2.
Good defense.
But they beat the Patriots 4-3, and they beat the Cardinals 4-3. So they grinded out the dubs, and that's
Well, I
they're
know
gonna
the Patriots. I know the Patriots game because I was watching the game. It was literally Andy and the Patriots scored on 3 plays. Eddie and the Chargers scored on 4 plays. Eddie just got ball first. That's all that game was because I saw it and it was ridiculous. It was nuts.
Yeah.
all right. And then we have the same sort of the same thing that happened. Fredo beats Joan 4-3, but then he goes and loses to the Patriots.
Dude, it's that everybody's super. It's fair across the board. It's just teams match up well against others. Like a team with not a great rusher or good defensive scheme is gonna have trouble bracketing an Andy Fuentes with Gary running loose. Like it is, it is what it is, bro. You just gotta
It's matchups. It's
with the
matchups
punches.
and having like the know, the whereabouts or whatever to be able to say this is the game plan, this is like the matchup or whatever that we're gonna attack, and you got to stick to it. It's very hard to switch mid game or go into a game saying, "Oh, we'll just wing it." That's not gonna happen. In DD, you need to, I know Georgie's great at that. I know Peter Delgado is great at that. Like they literally call their players and they scheme like, "Yo, this is what we're doing. This is what we need you to do this game. This is the game plan. This is your assignment." Like you got to be able to do that in DD because if not, then you're just gonna get caught.
Yeah, especially when you're playing a little specialty team like that doesn't look great on paper, but in real life is a mission.
Yep.
Okay. All righty. Now, so that being said, that's week 4. Now we're going in, changing the mindset, and we're going into week 5. Not a lot of drama, not a lot of no trades, just a couple drops because of injury, a couple additions into some teams. Peta, can you tell us which teams upgraded with the merciful DDPA allowing everyone to get anyone and anyone?
I don't want to say that the DDPA fucked one up because they really didn't. But by definition and by every other previous transaction like this,
He's in disgust here. Like, look at him. Like, this guy is completely discontent right now. He is.
I think for the first time ever, the DDPA, and not this one, I'm just talking about first time ever DDPA, period. For the first time ever that I can remember right now, the DDPA legitimately went lesser or equal value when it came to a replacement and replacing Peppers or Dax with Peppers. It is what it is. Dax is a vet. He knows what DD is about. Peppers is a rookie coming into DD in a crucial game, in a crucial week. There's gonna be a little bit of an adjustment period there. And I've seen
the Panthers. All the games for the Panthers are important.
Yeah. So
a fire little pickup.
It is defensively. I think it's definitely.
No, they're equal. They're equal.
Yeah, they're equal. I think offensively, I would definitely.
Both sides of the ball, they're equal. It's an equal player.
Yeah, so I think that's what I'm saying. I think surprisingly, shockingly, for the first time that I can remember in all my seasons, the DDPA finally got one right when it came to the definition of a replacement being equal or lesser value. So it is what it is.
That one's equal.
Yeah.
As far as the Bengals, they're just making
that's irrelevant, but CC coming in for Pena, a vet, but and CC's a great route runner. I would definitely say he's probably a better captain, or definitely a better captain than Pena. But Pena athletically is upper echelon. So that it is what it is, and and then same thing I think with Vic for Mikey, but then now they're like later.
No, that got swapped back. That got swapped back.
So it's kind of irrelevant. It is what it is. Do
you think they play spoiler?
I think they get one dub, bro. I think they get one dub. I don't remember.
The bracket busters.
Well, we have them.
I wouldn't say that's bracket busters.
In our projections, we have them going 1-3.
Yeah, so I think they get a dub. I think
Appalachian State, baby.
I think they get a dub.
CC's good for a dub.
Yeah. Before his hamstrings give away, he's good for a dub.
He'll get one. He'll get one.
Or
And,
he
and
might
the whole
have
and the whole
full-fledged
entire
two
park is
great
going to hear
hands.
about it. The whole entire park is going to hear about it because promise when CC wins, we're going to know.
Yep.
We're going to know. No, Peaky here can't wait for Saturday to come. Peaky, you promised us something. You're holding all that in for the bold prediction, I guess. You're just
Dude.
close in here. Like, I feel like the fire is burning inside your chest. Like, you're ready to unleash.
Because, man, this is the biggest week of DD. You know this. Everybody knows it. And you said it. There's no drama. There's no distractions. It's, let's go. Line up. Let's go, bro. Stop talking shit. Let's go. Come on.
Another underrated pickup that I forgot to mention. I was actually double checking now. Robbie for the Seahawks dropped.
Right.
And they picked up Nick Patino.
Nice little pickup for that team.
It's a fire little pickup for that team. But yeah,
more IQ, sees eye to eye with PD.
I don't. There weren't any other replacements. So, but I think that was a good pickup as well. 100%.
You know what that does, right? That unlocks Mark to go play receiver full time.
Yeah, I think Mark is playing primarily center.
Didn't Mark have like 30 catches in week 4?
And
yeah.
So
now if he's going to be primarily a receiver,
that's Agachao.
Yeah, it's like 45 to 50 minimum.
Yeah. 38 catches, Agachao.
So the over under is what, 38.5 for Mark this week or 42.5?
38.5.
If that guy goes triple crown.
38.5. Wow. All right. Okay. So that being said, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Games of the week. Our 4 selected primetime games. Not just in terms of standing, in terms of rivalry, in terms of storyline, but in terms of impact and how this playoff picture is going to formulate. Starting at 8 o'clock, Finns versus Colts. And this is what I'm dubbing as the Peaky Revenge Tour.
Yeah, that's it.
This is his week 5. This is his cherry on the top, his final input to his resume. So tell us, who do you got, gentlemen? Finns, Colts.
I got Finns. Finns big.
Finns big. Finns
4-1. Yeah, I'm wreaking havoc this weekend. I'm not gonna go full-fledged, like talk shit mode. I'm not, because that's not what I'm here for. But I'm telling you right now, I am laser focused. This is typically when my teams full-fledged mend and the clay becomes stone and the mistakes wither away and the team is ready to go. I'm not going to get bullied this year. And the Dolphins are tall and their defense first, and we're coming. And Colts had a draw with us last time. And I just, that's a loss to us. And we don't like that. And the Panthers did the same thing. Look what happened to the Panthers this time around after the homework was done. So unfortunately, Colts, you're on the radar and you're going down 4-1.
Perra?
I mean, I have no choice but to say Finns 4-1.
After that,
I'm scared. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, no. Like, did I do something? Like, did I hit on your girlfriend or something? Like the company dinner or something? Because
you weren't even there. You weren't even there in this organization when this happened. Like, they played a great game.
This guy is no. I'm scared. Should I even show up on Saturday? Because
I'm rushing.
I really want to.
I'm rushing this game.
I want to make it to the FSU game.
Bro, just go straight to the tailgate. You'll be fine.
Wow. No, that's what I should have done last week. All right. So that being said, I'm gonna go 4-3 Finns. I don't think we're going to be pushovers, but 4-3 Finns. Panthers, Chargers.
Little brother versus big brother.
Now, big thing, like I said, Panthers, obviously, in my opinion, they're not over. They are overachievers. But that Peppers pickup is big now. That's their first game. They play a very good quarterback with good weapons, and now they have a full team. With that same thing, being said, the Chargers now bringing in Face. Obviously, Face, is a vet. He knows DD, he knows flag, and that team is good anyways.
Paired with Eddie, that's gonna be good, bro. I'm telling you, I played with Face. I scrimmaged with Face. Like, he's really fast. He's gonna lock your ass up. I know he's small, and you do the whole stereotype thing, but he's gonna lock your guy up. Like faces a fire ass little pickup, and with that long developing fucking high arcing ball with this guy running with little feet fluttering like a hummingbird down the field, he's gonna burn a lot of people with that team.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna,
all
I'm
that.
gonna say Chargers.
Score.
I'm gonna say Chargers 4-1.
Wow.
Come on, Ant. I'm giving Ant. I'm going for Ant. I'm going for Ant, bro. The little brother is going against the big brother. It's a big thing. I know for a fact, whether they admit it or not, it's like, one of those games that they have circled on their calendars. And Anthony, run, Forrest, run, boy, run. Get the ball.
If
Hit
Manny's
him with it and run.
you need to run. If
Run.
Manny's not rushing you, run. There's no debate about it.
Go 2 in case.
So what do
they
you?
can't
So,
say
so what do you?
anything.
What do you got?
I'm saying
going-
Chargers 4-1.
I'm going Panthers, baby. I'm going Panthers 4-3.
And you're going 4-1 Panthers too, Perra?
No.
Chargers.
He's going
Oh,
Chargers.
okay. And then you're going 4, and then Peaky's going 4-3 Panthers.
Panthers.
And I'm gonna go 4-3 Chargers. I don't think that the Chargers, I don't think the Chargers have enough to be able to blow a team out like Ant, especially the familiarity between Ant and Eddie. But I just think that seniors know best. Eddie knows how to play. And Eddie's a man that when you try his set, the man shows up. And I just feel like too much slander has been put on his name.
100%.
And a quiet Eddie, a disconnected Eddie, a sarcastic Eddie that only shows up in the chat to like backhand Enzo. I bet big on that guy. I'm a big fan of Eddie's, but 4-1, not that big of a fan. 4-3, I take the Chargers. I just think that Eddie's going to be able to manipulate that team to do what he wants, and he's going to
run.
Yeah, I just think losing Dax offensively is a big loss because that was like his safety blanket. Dax was getting hitches and ins and outs.
That is true.
So I think that's just big. And then if I'm Eddie, I'm putting Manny C to rush and take away that handoff game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm big on Eddie.
I just, like we say, it's all about matchups. I'm gonna give that edge to Eddie because I think top to bottom that team is scary right now. Scary.
I agree, but I got Ant. Come on, Ant.
Next game on the slate, Bucks, Falcons. And if you guys remember,
It's another revenge game.
this is another revenge game because Tronky was just being straight up disrespectful, nasty. The man before the game said 4-2. He threw like 6 throws and won the game in 40 seconds. And it was a
Wow, that was the
dub.
game. They beat the Falcons. That was that game.
Right. But
Huh.
correct me if I'm wrong. The Falcons were missing Monkey that week. I don't remember. I think the Falcons were down one guy. But whether they had him or not, 4-1 is sort of like the stain on the Falcon season.
Are the Bucks missing anybody this week?
I believe they're not.
That's why they're
Everyone's full.
That's why they. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So who do you guys got?
Oh man, I got Bucks. I got Bucks. I got Bucks 4-3. I don't think there was enough there that first game. If it was, I mean, you both made it seem like it was blink, game's over. So I don't think there was enough there for the Falcons to be like, oh shit, we have no shot or whatever. So I think 4-3 Bucks.
I got 4-3 Falcons. I'm going with all underdogs this week because this is when personalities of the teams show and matchups start getting exposed a little more. It's the second time you've played teams. I think they're not going to lay or wet the bed, like Angel would say, this week.
I take Falcons 4-3. Ultimately, I think that Julio G, Joshy, Al, Monkey, they get it. They put it all together and they give us a solid week and they're going to go blazing into the playoffs. And it's not indicative of the Bucks. The Bucks, they're going to coast into the playoffs.
Right.
They don't have to try hard. They could 2-2 this and they're going to be Gucci for the playoffs. And that's sort of Tronky's demeanor. If you watch his hot seat, the man was insulting you just like, so Ay, estaba tirando puya. And people was insulting everybody, bro. It's like, oh, it's like, oh wow, that was.
He's gonna lull you to sleep.
I was like, that was an insult. Oh wow, that was a good insult. You know, wow. And it was, and he
Trumpy
was just
doesn't
there.
fuck around.
El tipo estaba así nada más.
Yeah, Trumpy doesn't fuck around.
Overrated? Piggy?
Easy. He skewered me. He ethered me. Like you said, I stepped into a Kamehameha. Like,
Piggy can't play defense. Lulu can. Lulu catches and Piggy can too. So Lulu better. Period. That's just his demeanor, bro. And like you don't see him get riled up.
That.
I think we're gonna see it in playoffs, but the guy's played too much football to get horny over a regular season game. One that he already knows he got locked up the season with. Exactly. So that's why I think that the Falcons, being hungry, that they've left a lot of points on the table, they need to come in hot. Mm-hmm. So that's the only reason I'm giving the Falcons the advantage. They're a dangerous team, but I think the Bucs eventually are just going to make more damage.
Exactly.
I agree. Final game of the week: Seahawks and Ravens. Battle of the brothers.
Georgie's missing.
Now, listen, Georgie's missing. Battle of the brothers.
Somehow, some way, the Seahawks are only one game out of the playoffs.
And this game, if they win it, Seahawks are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Brought to you here by DD Live.
I'm going week of the little brothers, baby.
Week of the little brothers. Mark, you're going Seahawks.
Mark, run, Mark, run. Run. Make your brother chase you.
I'm going to go 3-2 Seahawks.
Actually, yeah, I'm going to go 3-2 Seahawks as well. I just
see Seahawks, baby.
Yeah, Seahawks 3-2.
Ravens are the better team, but I got Seahawks.
When full, but they're not.
I got Seahawks.
All right.
It's going to be annoying covering those guys. Devin's going to have to cover Nick Pitino. Mark's going to be running around. Peter on the handoffs. Now you don't have Kevin for that rush. I get it, Georgie, but he's not here this week. It's the perfect storm.
The perfect storm. All right. So those are the games of the week chosen by DD Live. Now, this is the segment where everyone wants that recognition. Everyone wants to know who is the best amongst their tiers. Some of us play a team sport. Others play chasing accolades and individual goals. And you guys know who you are. And this segment is all for you, gentlemen. Brought to you by DD, the best tiers. And we're going to start off with tier 6. I'm going to give you guys 4 names that are at the top of the top, le crème for the tier 6. You guys tell me a little bit what you guys think about each of these, and gives everyone a little bit of input as to what to look for in week 5. And when our votes are asked to be casted, we could be informed with our decision making. So tier 6, this show is nominating 4 gentlemen for tier 6. In no particular order, we have Harold, Tony, solely because of the fact that he picked off Piggy, because Piggy pasa apenas city.
And scored a touchdown in the drive right after that.
Wowzers!
On Piggy, by all means.
Good
Serge
job,
from the Eagles and Ray Martinez. Those are our 4 gentlemen that we are dubbing as the ones to watch for tier 6 going into the final week of the season.
Can you imagine Ray winning a best tier?
No, we would never hear the end of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would love to just see the campaign, the parade, the partying, space.
Well, he wouldn't go to Disney, but I'm pretty sure he would do like a whole like scene where he would go like, dripping, like taking acid or dropping mollies, going from club to club to club to club to club.
Yeah, like a bar crawl, but like for like fun.
From dusk till dawn.
Yeah, all the way. Just the terrace, outside the terrace, everywhere.
No, that's definitely Ray. No, y bigote se le pone más largo.
He's so interesting.
Next season, we have it here.
He's the man. That guy's the man. I hope he wins it. John, make it happen. Come on.
Yeah, I think those 4 guys, but I think it's Ray has the catches, but Serge has the touchdowns. So
right.
Serge will never be a tier 6 again, by the way.
Yeah, but then it's one of those things like we have.
No, but you can't put it on Serge. Like that's the commissioner's fault for ranking him there.
That's the rookie under the radar classic.
But every season there's always that one guy You know,
And
just like
that-
when Joan brought Suazo in mid-tournament, you know, for the Cardinals
Look,
and his
now
boys
next
and his Swiss
season-
boys to win a tournament. You know, it
Next season,
happens.
Someone's gonna reach for Serge, and they're gonna draft him top tier 5 or top tier 4 because, you know, because it's 4-man, whatever. And now he's gonna be exposed, you know, and that's like Jordan always says. It's usually in your 3rd or 4th season when your real draft slot, you know, because now next season he's gonna go super high, and it's gonna be like, whoa, never mind, this guy sucks. So it's, you know, about finding that great.
Yeah, he's
that
doing his
happy
placement matches.
All right. So, gentlemen, that's your tier 6. Tier 5, it's a clear 2-man race.
2 horse.
Either one or the other. And going into week 5, we believe that there's only 2 men in tier 5 that deserve your vote. One is the GOAT, Andres, one of the best commissioners that this league has ever seen.
Oh, bro.
And,
Best guy.
and security blanket safety valve, his all-in-one,
Boo.
Arnold Boo. And I tell you, Arnold is, bro, his stats, bro.
It's ridiculous.
Like, it's, look, I'm telling you, like, you look like, let me read it to you. Like that, this is worthy of mentioning. Where we at? Boo, 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 boo. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
He has 40 something catches. Like, bro, that's insane.
This would happen.
They're feeding him.
Bro, that's all Ant does. Like,
He didn't
I mean,
play well against us. That's why.
Who
But
has
I can
44
see him
catches?
getting a lot.
Boo has 44 catches. And for those of you at home watching this show, just think of your stats. And then now think of Boo's. Boo has 44 catches, 11 flag pulls, 11 touchdowns, and and 1 sack.
Safe to say this is the funnest Boo's ever had playing flag.
DD 100%.
By far, right? Like, he's down to quit all of the teams Anthony's making just to play done deal.
DD. Yeah, next season, Ant will draft him tier 4.
Has to. That production there is off the charts.
Travis Kelce. That's who he is, bro.
100% he is. Now, tier 4, we got 3 gentlemen. 2 were on the same team for a quite extensive period during the season. So the 3 gentlemen that we are dubbing for tier 4 is 1, Alex Garcia, Devin Delator Dimes, and Brandon Arias. So we got Devin, who's carrying the Ravens, Brandon Arias, who Devin relied upon heavily to carry the Ravens with, and has given us that production
that's
on both sides of the
interesting.
field. But then you also have Alex Garcia. These are 3 very worthy names of winning best tier 4. Thoughts?
Tough, bro. There's a quarterback. Quarterbacks are sexy. Always value.
Does Alex G have double-digit touchdowns, Piggy? Do you know?
I have no idea. I didn't even know that he was in the talks. All I know is that he covers every other team's tier 2 or 3.
Listen to
He's
this. Alex G has 28 catches, 25 flag pulls. That's 2 less than the league leader. I mean, not the league leader, the team leader, and 8 touchdowns caught, 3 interceptions on defense.
That's complete.
Yeah.
That is complete, especially when you're covering people that are better than you.
What's up with Devin, though? I want to know Devin, too, because Devin's having
Devin has,
tremendous
like, 30
season.
and-
Devin's
like 30 and
Devin's
3 or-
statistics, I will tell you right now. Devin's statistics.
I think right now is his to lose, if we're being honest. At least if I was voting, I'll definitely vote for Devin. Right now.
Quarterback. And being a lower tiered quarterback.
Granted, you know, but you know, bro, Brandon Arias has ridiculous stats, bro. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Devin has 3 catches, 6 flag pulls, 30 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1 receiving rushing touchdown.
No
And
picks. Okay, so never mind. I changed my vote. I'm voting for Brandon Arias because I know Brandon Arias has double-digit touchdowns.
oh no,
like,
Brandon
pick.
Arias has 35 catches, 17 flag pulls, 13 touchdowns, 2 sacks, 4 interceptions, and
Yeah.
1 of those interceptions was a pick 6.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. This is a cool crew because this week can shift all those names around real fast.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's why we're bringing up these names, because it all depends on what their week 5 is going to be. This is just 4 weeks of your resume. Week 5 has 4 games, so that potential to be able to
Have that
add that extra
game
game, those
where-
extra
yeah.
stats,
You can't clock out, baby. We got overtime.
100%. Now, tier 3. This one was a little tougher. We got 4 guys that we're naming here as the ones to watch for the tier 3. And they go like this: Jason, Jesus, Flacco, and Josh.
Yeah.
But before anything, when I tell you Flacco's numbers, okay, you guys are gonna have an aneurysm.
Give it to me.
62 catches.
He's got Pistol Pete.
Bobby, 62 catches,
That's nuts.
30 flag pulls, 13 touchdowns, 1 sack, 3 INTs, and like 30 batted balls on David Elias.
Who is that guy? He's Mr. Fantastic, bro.
Bro, he just does everything, bro. It's bro, he's good. He's good.
Now, another one of the ones that we named, Joshua Arroyo.
Underrated season, bro. I'm very surprised by Josh, the fact that he's been this consistent. Yeah.
No, and he's playing defense, bro. I
Right.
bet money if you read his stats, there's defense in there.
Right. He has 7 catches, 19 flag pulls. He has a
at that.
29-9 ratio.
Interceptions too.
He has 3 tutties caught or rushed,
Yeah.
has 1 sack and 4 interceptions
Look at that.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, this is the most consistent I've seen Josh play for a while.
on both sides of the field.
100%.
But it also reflects as to why the Falcons are having the success that they're having.
Yep.
A motivated Josh is a different kind of Josh. Now, tier 2, we have 4 gentlemen. Again, Geoff, Kentucky Waterfall, also known as Pablo Castellano, Coach Gary, and Tronky. Now,
Oh,
this one's going to be tough because I know that, and it was actually when we first started talking about the tiers, Biggie, you said it. Quarterbacks are sexy. Tronky's having a hell of a season.
yep,
Maybe an MVP worthy season. We'll get to
for
that.
sure.
Definitely in the conversation.
Definitely in the conversation. But you also can't deny, what Geoff, Pablo, and Gary are doing this season. They're having amazing seasons.
And then look, and it's gonna be like one of those things where it's gonna kind of be like Biggie last season. He was in the MVP race, he finished his second, and then somehow, some way, he doesn't win best tier 1. I can very easily see Tronky not winning MVP because
Yep.
it is what it is.
Okay.
And because of that, I can very easily see him not winning best tier 2.
Right.
So it's
Kentucky Waterfall stats: 36 catches, 25 flag pulls, 2 passing touchdowns, 14 touchdowns, either receiving or rushing, 1 sack, and 2 INTs.
Wow,
Solid.
Yep.
Then
super solid.
you look at Geoff. He has 43 catches,
Catches.
22 flag pulls, 16 touchdowns, and 2 INTs. Then we talk about
Bro, Jeff really answered the bell, bro. Like everybody was like, dude, this guy's a tier 2. You're gonna take this guy early like that. I get it, he's just a rusher. But he obviously showed you he's definitely not just a rusher. The guy is covering people, running routes on people, all of the above. That's a cool little crew right there. Let me tell you. It's a tight race.
we got Tronky with 4 catches, 14 flag pulls, a 33-6 ratio, 3 touchdowns either caught or received, and 2 INTs. I believe one of those INTs was a pick 6
To the crib.
to the cribbo.
Roger almost pulled his flag.
Roger celebrated it more.
Roger
than
almost pulled his
Tronky.
flag.
Tronky's like, I do this. And Roger was out there like a fanboying it up.
I'm gonna put it this way. For me right now, it's between Jeff and Tronky for tier 2, but I can very easily, man. Just like I said, just like Piggy missed out on MVP last season, and it was like not a trickle down, but like then now when you're talking about tiers, it's no longer really about if you led your team. It's not if you're valuable. It's purely stats.
Who played better? Right.
It's pure stats when you're talking about just.
If you go stats, it's Pablo's to lose. It's Pablo's to lose unless Gary gets like another week where just Andy gives everything to him.
They're gonna need it this week.
Gary has 35 catches, 18 flag pulls, 1 throwing touchdown. Damn, Coach Gary.
Yeah, we're not clocked out yet. We're still on the job.
16 caught, and 4
Everyone's
INTs.
still working. Everyone's still working.
Man. It's not gonna be a waltz to the best tier in tier 2.
No, sir.
So gentlemen, those are the names to consider from tier 2 to tier 6. One of the caveats in Done Deal is that if the MVP is in tier 1 or tier 2 or tier 3 or tier 4, tier 5, wherever tier he's at, if the MVP wins, his tier does not select the best tier. Perra's holding up 4 fingers, and no, he's not talking about the 4 quarters of dominance that the Canes tend to put up at the beginning of the 4th quarter. He's putting up that the fact that he is the reigning MVP and won it as a tier 4. The reason that we are not going to mention a tier 1 candidate is because we have a tier 1 candidate winning the MVP. So to announce our top 3 going into the final week of the season, we're going to start off, and if we had those commish power rankings, this one have a big fat red arrow because
this is definitely, we believe, should be 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
again,
this is
free to vote however you want, but you know, just like we started off last season, that was the first time we did it. These 3 guys, these 3 names should definitely be, you know, top 4 in your ballot, 100%.
Number 3, Joan. Joan has a 33-5 ratio, 20 flag pulls, and 2 INTs on defense. He's putting in the work on both sides. But when we talk about MVP, we're talking about someone who's leading his team. I think he's been on the short end of the stick in terms of the decision making. He got put into a bad situation with the Jets, then having to dump Georgie, the only trade partner he could find for the week 5, then kind of puts him at a disadvantage. So he's going into his final week with no Georgie and completely exposing that defense. So either put up a whole lot of stats on offense just to make the resume look good, but we kind of have the Jets bowing out of this.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the next segment, but we had the Jets stumbling a little bit. So to me is pretty, you know, clear cut. If you're not a top 2 seed in either conference, to me, you're out of the MVP conversation, unless you're doing something extraordinary with, me as your tier 6, Angel as your 5. Like, you need to have a really bad roster and you just making it look like diamonds, you know. But because we have him stumbling in the next segment, you know, I think he's a solid 3rd, you know, and it's just depending on the dubs he gets this week, because obviously I think his stats are going to be there. So it's just if the team, you know, if they get enough dubs.
Number 2.
Be me.
Tronky. Tronky went ratios 33-6, 14 flag pulls, 2 INTs. He has 3 touchdowns caught. Ultimately, the deciding factor, even though he has more overall touchdowns, less flag pulls, but just the fact that the Buccaneers are in a better headspace and in a better spot on the table than the Jets. And ultimately, week 5, we feel that even though the Bucs are going to coast through it in terms of not necessarily dominating, but in terms of just putting up Buck-like games, Tronky's there. Tronky's, he's a 4-0 week and 16 touchdowns away from being the de facto MVP. We don't think it's going to happen, but Tronky's there. That's the conversation. We have Joan at 3, Tronky at 2. Any words on Tronky's performance so far this season, gentlemen?
He's definitely put himself in striking distance, and
he's in top 2 right now. So,
and his hot seat, bro, he spit facts. Like, you want to talk defense? I'm up there with him. You want to talk offense? I'm up there with him. You know, so he's definitely put himself in a position, which is his MO. I'm gonna make it hard for you to count me out. So he's doing just that.
Yep.
Big week now.
And our number 1. Our number 1 going into week 5 is Edgar Piqui Guerra. We have you at 33 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 17 flag pulls, and you caught 4 interceptions on defense. The number 1 seed. The Dolphins have been coasting the whole entire season. It is a direct representation of your gameplay, barring that gaffe that you had against John. Hopefully you don't repeat that in week 5. But we have the Finns going 4-0 in week 5.
We'll put it to you this way: clear-cut number 1 team. Looking at our projections, you know, for week 5, the only team with at least 40 points for the whole season. So, I mean, it's yours to lose, bro.
I've been this close very, A lot, very
And-
close, a lot of times, bro. So I'm gonna try my hardest. This is all I can do is control the controllable. Okay, I've already learned this through seasons of this shit. I'm gonna put myself in a position where it's clear cut. We
Yeah.
gotta go 4-0.
Gotta keep
We
the
gotta
guerra
win
game
out. We gotta
bro.
put up 60, bro. We gotta put up points. We gotta get interceptions. We gotta be laughing, drinking beer, ready for playoffs. That's what I'm expecting from my team.
You said before the show, you go 4-0, you score a minimum of, I don't know, 12 to 14 touchdowns. I mean, I don't see
That's
how
gonna
anyone can
that's
go-
gonna put him in the 45 to 49 range in terms of touchdowns. He throws a pick or two. It's gonna put him at 5 interceptions. He's gonna most probably get another 10 flag pulls, so he'll be under 30 flag pulls and maybe gets a pick. Solid numbers, MVP numbers, lock away the
and just your dominance. If you go
Right.
4-0, you're gonna go 13-2-1.
Now,
Your
now,
dominance.
Pete, you show up here back on this show, going 2-2, 1-3, and you throw like 5 interceptions or 4 interceptions. You can't play victim on this show. You can't play because this show, like, we're just like, ay, Piki, te queremos mucho, coño.
Handsome Galaxy, the new S Galaxy, the flip.
That's me folding.
Yeah,
That's
if
what-
you
Right.
like,
I might fold.
You got the new phone. You got the one that folds.
Yeah.
I might fold. I might do the laundry.
so that's all on you, Piki, because it's definitely gonna it's a 2-horse race here, unless Joan dials back the time and becomes the prolific safety he used to be, or so he says on the DD chats, and then that's the only way we could see it. I don't think anyone else could be able to trump the 3 of you. I think the 3 of you have been the best. Notable mentions, we could throw in Lulu in there, but then that just elevates Tronki's status because Lulu's just
Yeah,
done.
Lulu's
because-
defensive stats are not that they're not there, but they're not where you were expect. He's not top 10 in picks. He's not
It's
top
the
10
quarterback thing too, bro. Like it's hard in this league.
hard.
Quarterbacks hold such high value that
Like, look, Lulu's gonna break the touchdown record, but again, if he would be top 10 in flag pools,
if
top 10,
Lulu was quarterback right now, we'd be all over the Lulu. Hey, Lulu,
2
Lulu.
seasons
Like we
ago.
have, we've been
We
in the
were
past
2 seasons ago.
seasons.
Right.
You got to be fair, like.
Well, yeah,
So-
Lulu has been on these finalist rankings for MVPs in other seasons,
Hell
but
yeah.
then he's missed a week, or things have transpired during the season, then he's just fallen off. I don't think we're gonna have any surprises going into this week, but it's DD. There's been so much parity in this season that teams that we didn't think were gonna be
Favorite
good
season by far.
are good. Some teams that we thought were gonna be good are complete ass. The first week, if you guys go back to one of our first episodes, we were high on the Packers.
I can't believe they did that.
Seahawks, bro.
Oh, I was high on the Seahawks.
Bold prediction.
I work
3-0,
out.
Bitcoin.
I
What?
work out with Jordan and Al, and
I sponsored the Seahawks, bro. I was dead wrong about the Seahawks.
Jordan says that there's a probable chance. I went to his house and he had like a whole algorithm, like the beautiful mind written on his clear glass. And I thought it was math, but he told me that there's like a 0.06 chance that Rain Man pulled out that they could make the playoffs, and they're coming hungry. The cheeseheads.
The cheeseheads?
Yes, the cheeseheads.
Yeah,
The
we're
Packers
sorry.
are coming, and the Falcons say that that's their nest. The Falcons are saying they're clear-cut best team in the North. Book it.
No.
No, that's way too much Alade. That's way too much Alade.
Falcons said that.
Yeah, Josh has been talking a lot lately. I haven't heard Josh this
It
loud.
wasn't even Josh.
Well, I mean,
Packers play Bengals, Seahawks, Falcons, Ravens. We only have them beating the Bengals. If that.
So
Oh, you lose to the Bengals.
They go 0-4. Because
yeah,
you're going to be playing the Seahawks. We have the Seahawks winning.
Oh no, but they have CC now.
Yeah, bro. That's
Who's
what I'm
the
saying.
quarterback?
CC's good for one game.
But
CC's
who's
good
the
for one game.
quarterback?
Fuck
CC
it, who
has won
cares?
with
Who's been the
Ray
quarterback all
after
season?
All right.
That's-
Well, you know what? We're going to
At
get
this point,
We're
Peña
gonna
might
get-
have been the better
we
choice.
are going to get the answers to that. Why? Because in this very next segment, it's called playoff predictions. And this panel here sat down and looked at every single game on the slate. We talked in-depth analysis of every single game, and we have picked the victor of every single match.
With
This
their own
weekend,
pick'ems.
we have updated the standings. And Perra, give us a recap.
All right, man. Listen, I'm gonna start.
Give
with
us the North. Start with the North.
the North just because they're it's a mess. So it's crazy. We have the Bucks, the Niners, and the Falcons all finishing with the same record, 11-4-1. But because of point differential, we got the Bucks finishing in first place. We got the Falcons leapfrogging the Niners for the second seed and the second bye. And we got the Niners missing out because of point differential in third place.
That buy is huge, bro.
And that bye is huge. We got the Ravens, because of Georgie missing a week. I think teams, not that they should be able to expose them, but I think they're gonna struggle a little bit. They're gonna drop down to 10-5-1, finish with 31 points and that fourth seed. Then we got the Giants, 8-7-1, fifth seed with 25 points. And then this is the shocker.
The final seed.
Shocker. And I can't even believe I'm saying this because it's nuts. We got as the final seed, the final playoff team in the North, the Seahawks.
Let's go, baby.
7-9 with 21 points in the sixth seed, beating out the Raiders because they have a win and the Raiders have a tie.
And then round out the 8, 9, 10.
And we got 7 Raiders, first team out with 19. We got the Eagles stumbling down down the finish line, 6-10 in 8th place. Packers 4-11-1 in 9th. And at least from what I can remember, no, they might not be the worst team. They might be the second worst team I've ever seen in DD. The Bengals at 2-13-1. Peak. I don't know if you remember the Falcons. Your first season with Kareem, Marshall.
Oh yeah, that was messed up. That wasn't fair. They wouldn't show up and stuff. That was money.
They wouldn't even officiate. They'd leave early.
Anthony Nunez, it's just.
Tony was their quarterback. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. Yeah,
rough.
yeah. So we got the Bengals in 10th place.
That sounds like a team from the pre-athletic era.
Yeah.
The Dino times.
Yeah.
Then
all right, so that is your North Conference. So we got last in Seahawks, first out Raiders, and Buccaneers taking that 1 seed, and the Falcons taking that 2 seed. So this show, gentlemen, we're going in heavy, going into week 5 on the Bucks and the Falcons in the North. The other teams, just not enough. Not saying that they're not dangerous. It's just that Georgie not being there for the Ravens is pivotal. And there is no
not having just an easy schedule either.
Right. And the last time that Devin was depleted with players, at the bare minimum, he had Kentucky Waterfall and Brandon Arias. This time, he's only going to have Kentucky Waterfall.
No, and
Devin is gonna have to play
it's not to say that,
No, he still got Patterson.
Yeah, they got Patterson and Pablo now. It's just, now it's, I don't know. They don't have an easy schedule.
There's 4 games.
And it's that extra game is going to be tough. And again, you're playing everybody that wants to get in. So
Devin's due to bottle it.
Yeah, man. It's just
and maybe he doesn't care. You lose a little bit
of
focus, you get scratched by these teams, with their backs against the wall.
Hey, you wouldn't know that, Peaky. What happened to the Jets?
Yeah, you're right. Fucking vermin.
Don't let him scratch you, Papi. You got that MVP. Don't let a back out 2.0 happen. South Conference.
The South
Conference. Talk to me, Perra.
It's not that shocking, at least to me. I think I got it right. Because I think last week we predicted who was the team that was going to fall out. I think we all picked this team to come in. There's a lot of shifting in the middle of the South for us. We got the Finns. Biggie promised us a good week, so we got them. First seed, 13-1, with 3 points. Second seed, we got the Vikings at 10-6 with 30 points. Third seed, a team that obviously I'm a big fan of. We got to see how they show up. We're going to say that they're exactly what they've been so far, mediocre. So we got them going 2-2 this week. We got the Lions bumping themselves up to third seed at 7-6-3 with 24 points. So ideally or reality, they're 8-6 because they have 3 ties. So that's 1 extra win that they have without really having that win. we got the Jets falling to the 4th seed with 23 points at 7, 7, and 2. 5th seed, we got, in my opinion, the biggest, not the biggest, but like, in my opinion, the dangerous team or the most scary team that you don't want to put in the playoffs, the Chargers. They finished in the 5th seed at 7, 8, and 1 with 22 points. And then 6th seed, man, I got the Panthers because of Ant and because of the type of player that he is. We got the Panthers at 6, 7, and 3 with 21 points. And again, this tells you why ties are important because of the scoring system that we have in DD. They have 6, 7, and 3, but those 3 points equates to one more win. We have them and the Pats. The Pats finished 7 and 9 to us. They're both tied with 21 points. But because of the horrible start the Pats got off to, their point differential is going to keep them out. And we got the Panthers sneaking in due to point differential with 21 points in 6th place. The Pats finishing 7 and 9 with 21 points as well in 7th. And then, bro, surprisingly, you know, I know I haven't been high on them pretty much all season. And I know it's crazy to even say, like Piki says, don't count them out, don't count them out. We got the Colts and David in 8th place, 5, 9, and 2. We got the Cards at 4, 10, and 2 in 9th. And then, bro, it was just, I don't know, you know, we got the Cowboys at 3, 10, and 13, finishing in last place in the South.
Wow.
Don't
So
count
last,
David out.
so last in is Panthers. So they kind of stumble to the finishing block.
Yeah. I mean, I think
We got them what, 1 and 3 this week?
No, I think 1 and 3.
Yeah, so that leaves them with 6 wins, 6 losses.
No, 6, 7, and 3.
No, they have 4 ties. They have 4 ties. Right now, the Panthers are 5, 3, and 4. So 6, 6, yeah, so 6, 18.
They 6 and 4. So then there's
22
no
points.
point difference. Then they definitely get in then.
Yeah,
That's
so
when-
Panthers, we have them at 22 points, so they'd get in. So, and then the first team out would be the
The
Patriots.
Pats. Yeah, the Pats.
So we have Patriots first team out.
Wow. Andy Gary out. 2 huge juggernaut players out of playoffs.
But that's great news for the playoffs that you don't have to deal with that headache.
Not good for DD. You want those juggernauts in there.
No, of course, but not everyone can get in. We don't give participation trophies
Hey,
either.
that's why, baby, you got to evolve as a GM, make those trades a little earlier. You might not be in this predicament.
Or be involved from the onset.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, gentlemen. So that is our playoff predictions. A lot of people are going to be hot and bothered about it, but hey, you know what? Write your own destiny. Show up on Saturday and play. Now, moving on to the final segment, bold predictions. We've been guessing all show. Now, give me something of substance, something bold to look forward to.
4-0 Dolphins.
No, Piggy, you already said that like a million times, probably.
He hasn't said it.
double down.
He
I
hasn't
gotta
said it.
double
That's
down.
your bold prediction. 4-0 Dolphins.
Yeah, that's my bold
All right, so
prediction.
I'm gonna say it for him. He's gonna go 4-0. He's gonna throw all 16 touchdowns, and he's not gonna have a single pick passing. He's gonna go
Oh,
16.
give him the MVP.
Love
Give him-
that.
Where do I sign?
Love that.
Well, where can I dock you?
That's his bold prediction though, because
That's
4-0
his bold.
wasn't enough.
What's your
4-0.
bold prediction, Pedro?
Perfect. Perfection.
Bro.
Seahawks in the playoffs, baby.
No, I don't think that's bold because I don't think it's that bold because it's like I said, I think it's crazy that they're making the playoffs somehow after starting 0-6. Bro, bold prediction.
Raiders fall out of playoffs.
They're already out of the playoffs right now. Bro, you know what? Bold prediction. I'm gonna say the Bengals go 2-2 this week. Doesn't sound bold.
Yeah, no, that's but no,
Not sexy.
You're giving them.
No, you're saying that
You're
they're
giving
gonna.
them 2.
I'm
You're
giving
One
them
is
2.
bold.
That's
They
what I'm
got
saying.
2
It's
wins
not
all
sexy,
season.
but
They
I'm
got
giving
2
them
wins
2.
all season. 2 wins in a week. That's bold as hell.
What's their schedule, Angel? What's your schedule this week?
Bengals schedule this week is going to be 8:45 against the Packers, 10:15 against the Niners, 11:45 against the Bucks, 1:15 against the Raiders.
How many games? What games do they get ball in?
They get the home. against the Bucks.
Okay, I'm gonna say they go 2-2. They beat the Packers. They beat the Raiders.
Okay. Wow. You're doubling down on Drew wetting the bed, huh?
No, not necessarily Drew. I'm gonna give CC enough
Yeah,
credit.
well, that's the last nail in the coffin for him, for their playoff run, and why we have him as one of the first outs on the.
And
first outs
that
in the
Raiders game
conference.
is the last game. Is the last game, no?
Yeah, that last game is the last
Yeah,
game.
yeah. The Raiders are done by then. The Raiders are done by then, in my opinion. And yeah, they just melt completely. They melt completely.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got Bengals going 2-2.
Okay. My bold prediction. Wow. I don't want to regurgitate anything that I've said already on the show already. We got the Seahawks getting in. I got the Falcons in second. Joshy has one of the tiers that's all bold. You know what? I'm gonna double down here. I'm gonna double down on my team. I'm gonna double down on David.
What does that mean?
David goes 3-1, gets the Colts into the playoffs.
That'd be
No
awesome.
loss to the Finns. I feel that Peaky's way too confident about that one.
Oh,
So
I'm
I'm
not-
gonna concede that one to Peaky.
What's
And
your
then
record right now?
our record right now. Okay. Colts are 4-6-2. That would give us 23 points. That would put us above the 22-point Panthers.
Yeah, that would mean you guys.
That would
see-
mean that we would get the last seed. And so I've
Yes.
been telling my team anything short of 3-1 is not enough to get to the playoffs. I think David dials back the clock. And what was that cough, Peaky?
I like it.
No. You know, I always say do not count out on David, so that's not so bold for me.
No, but looking at what has transpired this season is extremely
Nah,
bold.
it doesn't matter. It's always his thing. That's always his thing.
No,
Yeah, I
but
get it. It's
I
not
will
his
say
best
that's
team.
bold.
It's not his
That's
best
bold
team.
because it hasn't been David's season, and
He's got to turn up one week.
at least for me,
Just gotta make the dance,
I've been
baby.
hitting on Daniel G and Alfarito's stamina and that extra game. Yeah, bro. So I don't know. That's bold.
He's
That's
gonna
bold.
get invited to the dance to do the worm. Okay? If he gets in the dam, he's in the dance, he's gonna do the worm. You know he's gonna
I'm and you know and for other reasons I'm saying Colts 3-1. I just think that Mikey has way too much pride to bend over and just take it. I think that he finds something. He's going to do whatever it takes. Either get us all drunk at 3 a.m. on Friday, just for us to have some team camaraderie and play together as in unison on
Try that
Saturday
last
morning.
that's a good choice, I think.
He tried that last season with Cheeky and Pena. It didn't work.
I think you guys should get
But wait, hey, when the Dolphins won their star,
Right? They were secure to the playoff at that point.
right. No, this is week 5. Yeah, this is different. But hey, that's my bold prediction. I'm sticking with it.
Yep.
Prove me wrong, David, or prove me right. Your choice. All right, gentlemen. That's our show. Peaky's already game planning. He's already in the X's and O's. He's got his Mike McDaniel going.
Yeah.
He's ready.
That's
He's ready. And this was a fun episode. A lot of speculation. A whole lot of nothing. I hope you guys prove us wrong. I hope the storylines are a lot better. And no Palmer Trinity this week, guys. Rest of the games are in Colonial because you're a bunch of
Continental,
degenerates.
baby.
You guys are a bunch of degenerates that don't know how to behave. Cursing on freaking Christian grounds. What's wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you, gentlemen? Well, this is DD Live, and we'd like to thank you for tuning in. Good luck, and hopefully we'll see you in the playoffs.